What's up everybody, it's Kevin here from Happy Beard Games, and today we're doing another Zapper Games video, trying to play as many or as much as possible Zapper games on Nintendo NES. With today's video game, we've got the Zapper game Gotcha the Sport, which is a Zapper required game. It'll say that on the front cover, Light Gun series. This is a game by LJN Toys, notoriously known for making bad games, specifically on the NES, though I don't really agree with that at all times. Gotcha the Sport is also based on a movie, I guess, but I'm not sure exactly because I haven't seen it. I think it's by Universal Studios. Gotcha the Sport is, I just like saying that because there's 2 exclamation points in the title. Gotcha the Sport is a paintball video game, and it's also a Capture the Flag paintball video game. Let's jump in with Gotcha the Sport on Nintendo NES Zapper Games, right here at Happy Beard Games. This is a game where you use a combination of the controller as well as the zapper. So you're going to be moving left to right with the D-pad on the controller, and then you're going to be shooting and aiming, of course, with the zapper. So it's mainly control with the zapper, but you do have control over your movement, which is really cool. So let's jump in with Gotcha the Sport. Skill level selection, push start button. We're going to start at beginner. We might do a little bit of expert towards the end if we can surpass beginner. So when they're running away, that means I shot them, because this is not real bullets in the game. It's paintball. So this is a paintball simulator, slash capture the flag paintball simulator. So basically what I'm doing now is I'm running towards their flag. At the end of the map, you can kind of see the map meter at the top of the screen. Now that change in the music means that my flag has been captured too, so I gotta look out for the guy that has my flag as well. But I'm going straight towards the flag, and I'll get him on the way back. Going straight towards the flag. And when you're at the flag, you just shoot it to pick it up. Should be coming up. You can see him on the radar. Oh, I got shot too. That's the hard part about this game, is when you're trying to get the flag, or stop someone from getting the flag, you have to make sure that there's no one else to shoot at you too. So I still have the flag, I guess. For some reason I still have the flag. I didn't drop it because of that. So far, the hit detection seems really good on this game. I had some trouble with the hit detection on smaller enemies on the last game, which was To the Earth. Never had any problems with it on Duck Hunt. I didn't have any problems with it on the other games, too. I remember last week, last video, I thought that maybe the zapper wasn't working right. But maybe it was just... that specific video game. Nothing else was actually wrong. Okay, so we turn in the flag, we beat the level. Now another thing you gotta keep in mind and pay attention to during this game is the ammo count. So you have, I think, 20 or 30 bullets in your ammo count, which can be restocked by shooting the crates in the game. But additionally, you have those 2 guns up at the top. Those are your, like, reloads, basically. So, like, once you use all the ammo in your ammo count, then you lose a gun icon. Come on, I was just talking about how, like, the aim was really good, but I don't know what's going up with that one. I couldn't get that guy. So when the flags, the orange flag and the red flag, are at the end of the map meter, that means they haven't been picked up yet. Everything else I can aim at right. Okay, I don't know what's going on with that guy that shot me last time. Maybe I wasn't in the right position for moving with the D-pad? And I apologize in advance for the clickiness of this controller. Well, I don't know why I'm apologizing for the controller, but just keep in mind this controller is very loud and clicky, so there's a lot of editing with me in post to get the clicks out of the video audio. It was close, I had to move. Kind of funny in a weird way. Well, it's not that funny, I guess, but the first level is the woods, which is a good place for paintball, I suppose. Out in the field, I guess. The next level, which we're on now, is the ghetto, and that's actually what it's called in the instruction manual, too. Trying to get that flag guy. Oh, I got him, okay. I wasn't sure if when you drop the flag from shooting someone, when they drop the flag, does it reset to the beginning, or does it reset to where they died or dropped at? Seems like it goes back to the beginning. See, look, now it's back at the beginning. The other thing you gotta pay attention to on the HUD, as well as the map and the ammo, and where the flag is, it's your time limit, which is running out fast, so I gotta turn in real quick. Only has 7 seconds. However, this is one of those games where it's not like real-time seconds. The seconds seem like they go by slower than a real second in real life. I don't know why video games do that, but they do that sometimes. So faster seconds or sometimes really, really slow seconds. That was close. We're on the third and final level, although it does repeat in arcade style. And there is also 3 difficulties to select from additionally. This is the final stage. Is that my last life? Okay, good. I got a lot of lives. A lot of lives. This is the final stage of the 3, and then they just repeat, and then you can change the difficulties, is what I'm trying to say. But this is the snow stage. And the music on this... crate guy. I think it's worth it. Wasting all that ammo on the crate guy. The music on this level sounds kind of like one of the winter levels on Donkey Kong Country 3 on the Super Nintendo. It's just me, or does it sound like that to everybody else? It's just me. I don't know if it's one of the winter levels. It's one of the levels in Donkey Kong Country 3 for sure, though. Got the flag. Run low on ammo. Try to run as fast as I can, because you can actually run by the enemies just by holding left or right. You can kind of dodge around, and that's what that little thing on the bottom, that little target, that means you're being targeted by an enemy, which is pretty obvious, but you can kind of dodge too. So you don't have to, like, shoot everyone on the screen, so it's not like your typical arcade shoot. Get that ammo pack. I think at the end of the level, the ammo you have remaining adds up to your score as well. We got him. Shot right at the same time, so it didn't even actually take the bullet ammo away. That's cool. So, we basically beat the game, starting at this part. Like the main game, it's just going to repeat the same levels over and over and over. And I thought at first it would continue you on intermediate. I think it gets slightly harder, but I could be wrong about that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset the game, and I'm going to skip intermediate for sake of keeping this video short. We're going to try out expert mode and see how hard it gets. Because it was a little bit challenging. I got knocked out or shot at like 3 times, I think, during the course of beginner. Some of it was just kind of like I couldn't aim at the thing right, even though I was shooting it multiple times. Other times it was just my own fault, or I was just not, playing well. But for the next one, we're going to check out expert mode and see how far we can get on expert mode, because I really want to amp up the challenge too. So let's restart the NES, and then we're going to go to expert mode. Right, gotcha. The sport. Gotta wait for it to... my Elgato to kick back in. There we go. The TV is definitely faster than the Elgato. Okay. We gotta start again. I think if you press start, it could just be my controller. If it has a sensitive start button, then it'll skip through it too quick. So let's go to... oh, advanced, not expert. beginner, intermediate, and advanced. Let's try advanced. There might be a way to exit out without, you know, resetting the console. That also resets your high scoreboard. Oh, I see they've already got the flag going. Okay. And I've already got shot. It's definitely an advanced mode. Where am I? Oh, just loading. What? I got like 1 second to respond to that. See, when it starts you out, I'm not pressing anything to move, it just starts you out. Give me like 1 second to respond that time. I'm not talking in-game seconds, I'm talking real seconds. That was like a second or two to... Oh my gosh, already done. Didn't even get the high score, only got 650 points. Let's try it again. See, it did the thing where if I press start for slightly too long, it'll do it twice. I guess we'll try intermediate then, since advanced is actually really hard. Let's give ourselves a moderate challenge, intermediate challenge with this one. Yeah, that's hard. I think I can do this though. I think I can do this. I should be able to get through this. At least some of the level. Oh. Sometimes I wonder if it's the controller's fault or my own aiming fault, because I can normally get these guys like that. Okay, got the back there. I can get that guy, but the ones in the closest foreground are the ones that I have the hardest time getting sometimes. I'm not entirely sure why that is. Could be the way that I'm moving to try to dodge it a little bit. Might mess up the aim as well. But I really do like the controls in this game. It's reminding me of the Nintendo Wii. Like, this is like your Wiimote, your pointer and shooting control. This is like your nunchuck for the movement control. So it's pretty cool how they were able to do this. The slightest button press will click it twice on this controller, I guess. I was noticing that on Batman when I was recording Batman the other day too. So it's not the game. Let's give intermediate one more final chance. This definitely amps up the difficulty when you get off beginner mode. Beginner mode's like a fun for everyone mode. This mode's like the real game, I would say, like NES hard, and then advanced is just like, it's pretty brutal. I didn't grow up playing this game, I don't have any like history with this game. I didn't even play this game until today, and I only got it very recently. But it is fun. Pick it up and play pretty well on beginner mode. Isn't even that much of a challenge on beginner mode, but this one's where the real challenge is, especially just trying to get past the first flag. Oh, that box disappeared. I don't think I gotta shoot it. Just trying to do my best here. Stop the flag guy. Crate, get the ammo. I think once you use one of your zappers, the ammo crate doesn't actually refill the next gun, it just refills your ammo in that gun. Could be wrong about that. Got him. Gotta beat this level. I think if you run out of ammo, you lose. I could be wrong about that. You might just lose your ability to shoot, of course. But yeah. I'm not sure if you lose if you run out of ammo or not. I would assume you'd be like pretty much next to dead though. But yeah, intermediate is really where the NES challenge is, but then if you want to like super hard, I would say go to advanced. You can shoot those guys carrying the crate as well. Barely escaped that. You know, just playing paintball in the ghetto. One of those days. What the heck was that? Was that Missingno? Did you see that? I think the cart like glitched or something. That was weird. There was like a guy, like right before I got shot, he came out of the right corner of the screen and he was all like a Tetris looking guy. Let's say blocky mess, but it is a bunch of blocks for the most part. being on the NES, but they look like I'm missing now. It's like a race. We're racing for the flag. I kind of feel like the enemy team gets a head start on the flag, though. Oh, you do if you run out of ammo. You get a game over directly. I thought you'd be able to at least... Well, you have to pick up the flag by shooting it, but maybe if I had the flag already, would it still give me the game over? Wondering about that. Gotcha the Sport by 1987 LJN Toys. This is actually a pretty good game from LJN on the NES. I know LJN gets a lot of flack for being like a terrible game developer, especially on the NES, but I found a few of them to be pretty cool. I like this one, I like Jaws so far, I like Friday the 13th to an extent, and I have a few other ones too. Some of them I don't like so much, like the Back to the Future games, but LJN is not as bad as some people say, and I feel like it gets an unfair reputation. This one's pretty good. This one's pretty good. It's probably one of the better, if not the best, LJN game. At least it's fun and easy to pick up and play and understand, which is like the opposite of like some of their other LJN games. I do want to say this game is also based on a movie, but I haven't seen the movie. That's why it says Universal Studios at the bottom for the copyright. And I also want to say on the subject of LJN being a bad developer, they made some really cool games on the Super Nintendo. So don't just dismiss them that quickly. Anyways, Gotcha the Sport for the Nintendo NES Zapper game is actually a lot of fun. It's kind of like... I'd say you can compare it to Duck Hunt, but you have the ability to move back and forth, and there's the capture the flag element. So it's kind of like if you can imagine they made a Duck Hunt sequel where you can actually like walk through the fields or the swamp or wherever you're hunting your ducks at. This would be kind of like this, I would think, where it's like you actually have control of the character with the D-pad. This seems like something Nintendo would have done with Duck Hunt. Now, there is the mode on Duck Hunt where the second player can control the duck with the controller. So they did actually use a combination of Zapper and controller on Duck Hunt, to be fair, but it wasn't using the same extent of gameplay as this. This one's closer to your Nintendo Wii with like a Wii remote and a nunchuck, once again. Yeah, Gotcha the Sport, lots of fun. Kind of surprised me. I figured this would be the worst out of all the Zapper games, just because LJN and just judging it by its cover. I don't know, and maybe its price. But yeah, this is a really fun one. Maybe not graphically up to the polish of the Nintendo ones, but still a fun game for your Zapper on your CRT TV with your NES. Alright everybody, that's it for Gotcha the Sport today on Hybrid Games' Zapper Games series. We checked out this awesome NES light gun game, and it's actually a lot of fun. Even though it's got the LJN logo on the top, don't dismiss it as a bad game. It's a fun one. And I hope you check it out. If you haven't played it before, check it out. And if you might remember it in the past and think it's fun and you have the right setup, I'd recommend going back to it. It's a pretty fun game and it's pretty inexpensive too. I got it recently for $6 or less at my work, Super Smash Video Games in Olympia, Washington. And it's a really cool one. I'd recommend this one too. Alright everybody, that's it for today's video on Hybrid Games. Please be sure to leave a like, share with your friends, leave me a comment. Subscribe today for more classic gaming goodness. Alright everybody, thanks for watching again. Bye!